Joining us now in the studio, Mr. Roger Barrett. He's with the Patriot Guard Riders. Good afternoon, Mr. Barrett. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Corporal Quentin McCall was, well, tell us a little bit about his background and how you came to be involved with what will be his final resting place here in Mississippi.
Okay. Well, Quentin McCall, Corporal Quentin McCall, he was originally from Union Church, Mississippi. He was born in 1920. He graduated high school there. He was a football star there. He joined the Marine Corps actually in 1943, and he served with I Company, 3rd Battalion, 6th Marine Regiment, 2nd Marine Division in the Pacific Theater Operations during World War II, which was Tarawa Atoll. He was the first battle he was in was Guadalcanal, and then he left there. They had a little rest, and then they went into Tarawa, and the Marines lost roughly 1,000 men in about a 3 or 4 day battle, and Quentin was killed on the 23rd of November, 1943.
All right, so tell us about the Patriot Guard Riders, your organization, and how you're going to be involved in, well, the remains finally just recently identified, and there's lots of servicemen and women, I guess, that were that are still missing in action, essentially. I think that's the official classification from World War II.
They are, and actually they are constantly working on that. Well, just take the Oklahoma. They've identified all the remains off the Oklahoma except for, well, less than 50.
Okay.
So that's a great accomplishment.
Yeah.
And they, I don't know the numbers on Tarawa. I know we done one 2 or 3 years ago that was from Tarawa. His name was Smith, that we took down to Liberty, Mississippi. But Quentin's remains were identified. Actually, his family was notified in 2019, in September 2019. And they, due to COVID and other things, the family just kind of left it alone, and finally they said this year, this is it, we're going to bring him home. So we were notified probably, it's been about 2 months ago that I was notified that he would be coming in, and we started working on it, trying to make things, give him the welcome home that he deserves.
And so tell us about a little background on the organization, the Patriot Guard Riders. Exactly what do you guys do, and is this a nationwide organization? Okay, and tell us what you do exactly.
Well, Patriot Guard Riders started in 2005. We, of course, back then you had a lot of Iraq, Afghanistan, KIAs coming home, and back then you had the church that was doing the protesting, and we formed off of that. Of course, that's long gone, and but we still, on the family request, we'll do funerals for veterans, KIAs, police officers, any LEO or first responders, fire departments. We just honor our, veterans and first responders. So
I got you.
We've been pretty busy the last couple of months. A lot due to COVID, but that's what we do. And
so, do you get involved based on a request from family?
Yes.
Okay.
The family, all they've got to do is request us through the funeral home.
Okay.
And the funeral home, they will contact me or one of the RCs, one of the ride captains, and we take it from there.
Gotcha.
And we'll put out a mission statement that mostly goes statewide and tell a little bit about the veteran and what he did and where he was at and the medals he received and that kind of thing, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, so the dignified transfer of Corporal McCall's remains is scheduled to occur tomorrow, right?
That's right.
10:26 a.m. on Delta Airlines, flight 2507.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a visitation scheduled after that in Byram at the Chancellor Funeral Home.
That's correct.
Is that it? Actually, my information says it's scheduled for the 24th. Is
That's
that right?
That's
Okay.
Sunday.
All right. And then on the 25th, your organization is then going to transport and carry the remains over to Newton.
That's right. We will escort him along with the Mississippi Highway Patrol and the LEOs. We will escort him to Newton, his final resting place at the Mississippi Veterans Memorial Cemetery in Newton.
Wow. You know, it's just amazing to me that when I read up on this, just how many are still missing in action from World War II.
Yes, sir.
But I guess with technology and just some effort, we're starting to identify some of these remains and give them proper burial and so forth.
Yes, sir. DNA's got a big part in
Sure.
that. Mm-hmm.
Sure.
The Marine that was in the meeting that we had in 2019 about Corporal McCall said that of all the remains that she had witnessed or seen, Corporal McCall's remains are more intact than any of them.
I'll be darned. And we should also mention that the Battle of Tarawa was pretty critical to U.S. forces. That's part of the Gilbert Islands, and that served later on as a platform for our naval operations.
That's right.
In the Pacific. And it's from there that the Marshall Islands and the Caroline Islands were, I guess, attacked by American forces. And this was really integral to our victory over the Japanese Navy. But Corporal McCall, just looking at his awards here and decorations, he was a pretty special soldier.
Yes, sir.
A Marine, I should say. Purple Heart, Combat Action Ribbon, World War II Victory Medal, American Campaign Medal, Marine Corps Presidential Unit Citation, Asian Pacific Theater Campaign Medal, Marine Corps Expeditionary Medal, and the Gold Star lapel button. So he wasn't just an ordinary Marine in that respect.
No, and that was a short term too.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he didn't go into the Marines until March. So
wow.
He and like I said, his first battle was Guadalcanal.
Yeah.
So
wow, which was brutal, bloody.
That's right.
And also a critical one. How did you get involved in this, Mr. Barrett?
Well, I've been doing this since '07.
Okay.
I'm a veteran, Vietnam veteran, and I don't know. I think it's just something that we need to do.
Yeah.
For our veterans, and especially just like Corporal McCall. You know, this young man, he never was married. He never had kids. He left home, and now he's been gone 78 years. And I think it's a great honor for me to bring him home. And, his family will finally get some peace at knowing that he's home back on American soil.
Yeah, in his native Mississippi.
And he's native Mississippian. And, it's just an honor to do this. It just gives you a feeling that, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, absolutely. How many are in your organization in Mississippi?
Wow. We've got I don't know the exact number. But we, just in central Mississippi, we've got probably, 30 or 40 that actually help us, on every mission. So, but we've got, I've got assistant state captain down on the coast. I got one in North Mississippi. So we're statewide and nationwide. We've got over 500,000 members nationwide.
Wow.
So
Very much appreciate you coming on today, Mr.
Oh,
Barrett.
yes, sir.
And also, on behalf of a grateful nation, thank you for your service.
Yes, sir.
And thanks to Corporal McCall and his family, and glad he's coming home. Appreciate what you do.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And
Roger Barrett with the Patriot Guard Riders will be escorting, his group will, Corporal Quentin McCall, who lost his life fighting for his country in World War II. Stay with us. Middays will be right back.